Hi guys, how's it going? Today we're going to look at Kings of Leon's new song, Beautiful War. It's got some pretty cool melodic riffs in there, which is quite cool, and they've got two guitars overlaying, so I'm going to show you both parts together. Also going to look at the rhythm section, which is pretty easy. The song's in the key of A, and we're using the A chord, the D chord and the E chord, so pretty easy stuff to get down the rhythm. Right, so straight into it then. Rhythm guitar, we're going to use the A, D and E, and we're in 6/8 time, so you might not come across that before. The way we count this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically going 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. The way they're playing, they've got kind of a 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5. So I'll go to a close up and I'll show you the three chords that we use throughout the whole song, and I'll show you the strumming pattern. Then we'll look at some of the lead stuff. Alright, so let's go straight in and have a look at these chords. The first chord that they're going to play is an A major bar chord. So we're barring the 5th fret with our first finger, and we're putting our second finger down on the 6th fret of the G string. Our third finger goes on the 7th fret of the A string, and our pinky goes just behind it on the 7th fret of the D string. And we're going 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. And this song kind of stays on the same chord for ages, and it changes, so keep this shape and you slide it right down to the 10th fret. So your bar's now across the 10th fret there. Same rhythm pattern. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Does that a few times, and then our last chord we go right up to an open E major shape. So it's the same, so we've got our first finger on the 1st fret of the G string, our second finger goes on the 2nd fret of the A string, and our third finger goes on the 2nd fret of the D string. It's the same rhythm pattern again, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and yeah, so that's pretty simple. If you wanted, you could use the open A shape and the open D shape if you're not that comfortable with your bar chord, so it sounds pretty much the same. Your D would be, and your E. Yeah, and to set up your amp, all I've done with this is a little Marshall amp, and it's just a little bit of gain and a bit of reverb, and you get this Kings of Leon sound out of it. So that's the rhythm guitar. I'll put all the lyrics and chords onto the website so you can play along. Also listen to the track, and that's the easiest way to work out the chords, right? So we'll have a look at the lead playing now. So I've gone through and I've tabbed the first two verses and the bridge part, and in the chorus we've got some cool arpeggiated chords. So we're going to go through each little riff slowly, and then you can try and play along with the song. So the first riff is this one, which happens about 5 seconds in. I listened to the live version, I think it was the Children in Need version. So what we do, we bar the bottom 4 strings on the 9th fret. So they're all barred. Then we have like a little A minor 7 shape. So we've got our second finger going on the 10th fret of the B string, and our third finger going on the 11th fret of the D string. And we play from the D string down. We'll go. Make sure your thumb's on the back and your palm isn't touching the guitar, so you're not muting any of those strings. It's that. And the lead guitarist of Kings of Leon actually has a whammy bar. He just wobbles that a bit. So yeah, so you get that kind of sound. The next little riff happens about 12 seconds in it. This little one here. So we go from the 10th fret of your little E to the 9th fret, and then the 10th fret of your B. You put a little bit of vibrato on those, so just wobbling that string a bit. Cool, so that's easy enough. The next riff happens about 24-25 seconds in, and it's this one. So what you're doing, you're barring the bottom 4 strings again, and you're putting your pinky on the 10th fret, so you're barring the bottom 4 strings on the 7th fret, you're putting your pinky on the 10th fret of the B string, and you kind of play the D, G and B, and then pull off your pinky, so you get that kind of sound. If you don't know how to pull off, all you're doing is pulling the string downwards, so you're getting that kind of sound. Right, to the next riff, which is a cool one that took me ages to work out because it's 2 guitars playing. So what we've got our first little shape that we had. So we've got that we had for our first little riff. So we go, so we play D, D string, G string, B string. Then the next guitar comes in and goes. So we've got D string, G string, B string, and then what we do, we play the B string again and slide down to the 12th fret, and then we slide back up, so play again. And you don't really have to play the note again, you play it once and slide it to the 12th and back again. Then what we kind of do then, we flatten our finger, so we play the 10th fret of the E string and then go to the 9th fret of the E string. So that whole thing we go a little bit slower. Again, I'll put this tab on the website when I get a chance to write it all up neatly, because at the minute it's a bit of a mess. So that's that riff, and then we end that little section. So we go to the 9th fret of your E, and then the 10th fret of your B. You can wobble that again. So that all happens about 32 seconds in. Right, the next little bit then happens about 40 seconds, and what you do, it sounds like. So what we're doing, we're playing, we'll put our first finger on the 9th fret of the G string like that, and our second finger on the 10th fret of the B string. We play them both together. Then we use our pinky and go to the 12th fret of the D string, and then our third finger goes on the 11th fret of the D. So that's that little riff. Then what we do, we've got that little shape again where we bar the bottom 4 strings of the 7th fret, and we do our little 10th fret on the B, play, pull off. For a little bit bulkier sound, you can play your D, G and B. You get that kind of sound, which is cool. And then the second guitar comes in again and goes like this. So we got 10th fret of the E, 9th fret of the E, 12th fret of the B, and 11th fret of the G. So we do a little pull off there. Cool. And then the first guitar comes back in and does a little slide from the 12th fret of the B to the 14th. So that whole section sounds like. Then what we do, we repeat the main cool riff of the song. So we've got. Ooh. So we've got that riff again, and just before the chorus, we play this little riff. So we've got the 9th fret of the E, then we go to the 12th fret of the B, 10th fret of the B, 11th fret of the G, 10th fret of the G, and then you hit the 11th fret again twice. Like that. Then we go into some cool little arpeggiated chords. So what we're doing, we're using our A-shaped bar chord like that, and we're playing the bottom 4 strings. Up and down like that. So we're playing the, if you play your A major bar chord and go, so D, G, B, E, B, G, D. So you're on D, G, B, E, B, G, D. So it's going up and down that chord apart from your top 2 strings. And you do the same thing on your D major chord. So, and then you go. So you're just moving that bar chord shape up and down to the A shape and the D. And we're playing the bottom 4 strings. Bear in mind that it does stay on the chords for quite a while, so you'll be on that for quite a while before it changes down to the next chord. And it repeats that for every chorus that comes up on the song. Near the end it repeats the chorus over and over again, you're just doing the same thing. Right, so the second verse uses a lot of the same riffs, but then it just adds little bits to them. So I'll let you try and work that out yourself, because I can't spoon feed you every single riff in the song. I'll be on for about half an hour. So a lot of the riffs are quite similar, and you just add in a couple of notes to the end of them. Yeah? So the last part of the song is kind of the bridge slash big finale type bit. So it goes like this, the lead guitar. So what we've got there, we're using hammer-ons and pull-offs a little bit. So we start on the 6th fret of the G. And we hit that twice. And then what we do, so we hit twice, and we hit the 7th fret, and pull off back to the 6th. So you keep your first finger on the 6th fret of the G at all times. So, and we go to the 7th fret of the D. We keep repeating that little lick. So, it repeats that a lot of times, then it goes. So then we go to the 5th fret of the B, 7th fret of the G, 6th fret of the G. So, and you go back to the 7th fret of the G to the 6th, and then finish on the 7th fret of the D string. So it sounds like this. And then you carry on again. Then it ends with a couple of choruses, and at the end it slows right down and it throws in a couple of licks we've already looked at in other parts of the songs. So that is pretty much everything that you'll need to play along with this song. I'll put the tab up on the website along with the lyrics and chords, so you'll be able to use that to help you as well. If you like what I do, please subscribe. Catch you later.